Hi there guys, welcome to another space special here on the Total Space Network. I'm another space nut. Today I'm joined by Static Fire Girl. Would you like to say hi to the viewers?
Hi guys, this is Static Fire Girl.
And our guest today is Felix. Would you like to say hi, Felix? Introduce yourself to our viewers.
Hello, my name's Felix. I'm from the YouTube channel Felix's Space Time, where I talk to people, where I interview people about people who are interested in space and people who are to do with space.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for joining us today. Very honoured to have you here, and I think our viewers will be very excited by your story. We're going to be asking some questions today. We got some from Twitter as well, so we will be including those. Would you like to start that, Edel?
Yeah, sure. We have a couple of questions from Twitter. So let's start with, how old are you, Felix?
I'm 12 years old.
When did your interest in space start, Felix?
It started about probably less than a year ago, where I started creating small little information videos about Starship, and then I were watching things to build my interest in space and learn more things. And then I started with my interviews.
Fantastic, thank you.
Do you have any favorite rocket?
Definitely the Falcon Heavy.
Good choice.
Very good choice. Some upcoming launches this year.
Yes.
Yeah. It was probably one of the first rocket launches I watched.
Oh.
It really inspired me.
With the back to land landings side, as the dual landings side by side.
It was more the liftoff and the separation more than the landing.
Yeah, it's an awfully mighty rocket.
It is.
Would you be brave enough, or would you like to go to the moon or Mars?
I'll definitely go to the moon. If you gave me a ticket to go to the moon, I'll go straight away. If it was Mars, at the moment I'd say no. But when there's something more developed, something more trustworthy to be able to go there, I'd definitely get on in a few years.
What was the first rocket launch that you saw?
I think it was the Falcon Heavy. I watched the replay of that, not live, but the replay, and that really inspired me.
What inspired you, or what was the moment that you decided, okay, I want to create content on YouTube and I want to express my passion for space to the world?
It was probably after my first interview with the Inspiration 4 crew. I'm not sure why I reached out to Jared for that interview, but once I got it, and after that I just carried on, did more interviews. And I think, yeah.
Awesome. So where do you see space time in five years' time?
I'd like to think that I'd be doing more interviews with more people who in the space industry. I'd quite like to carry on my series. What do you think series? Asking everyday people what their opinion is on space, and that's what I think. I really want to carry it on.
Would you like to interview Elon Musk?
Definitely, yes.
And is he your ideal guest, or is there somebody else that you would prefer on the show more?
He would be my ideal guest, yes.
Definitely.
I've actually tried to reach out to him quite a few times, but no reply yet. Fingers crossed.
Don't worry. Yeah.
I'm sure
Someday
you'll get there. I see you racking a lot of big names up. I mean, I was absolutely stunned to actually see your channel with as little subscribers as it currently has. Given the content, it's absolutely incredible. And anybody watching this video here on Total Space, remember to visit the link down below. I will link Felix's Space Time, and I will even add it directly on our channel as well, so if that's easier, or if you wanted to come back at a later date to check that content out, it will be linked to our channel from this point onwards.
Thank you.
So, would you become an astronaut someday if given the opportunity?
If I was given the opportunity, yes, I would. When I'm older, I'd quite like to become an engineer and then just work through that until I get to become an astronaut, or there's an opportunity for me to take to become an astronaut.
So, Felix, when you become an adult, would you wish to continue with your space-time channel, or do you see yourself working in another industry such as space? If so, what sector within that industry?
I'd quite like to think that when I'm older, I'd carry on with space time as like a side hobby, something I'd do at the weekend, and then I would quite like to go into the space industry. Engineering.
Right.
Would you rather fly on the SpaceX Dragon or the Blue Origin New Shepard?
Definitely the SpaceX Dragon, because the Blue Origin, they haven't done any crewed flights yet. But if once that's perfected, yes, I'd love to go on Blue Origin. But at the moment, I'd stick to Crew Dragon. Definitely.
Awesome. And if you could go back in time and watch any rocket launches in person, what would that launch be and why?
I'd definitely go back to the shuttle era to watch some of them, because I've seen pictures and videos and everything, and it would be just brilliant just to be able to stand there and watch it launch. It would be great.
Fantastic.
And who is your favourite astronaut?
Not sure. Probably Victor Glover.
What is your opinion about Neuralink?
I think it's a great thing, because it would be able to help people. It'll be able to help people with maybe disabilities, and then it can go on to do other things as well.
With that in mind, if it became mass adopted, would you get a Neuralink installed?
Definitely, yeah. It would be great, yeah. Be able to monitor everything, yeah.
Do you think it's important for people of your generation to get more passionate or involved with spaceflight?
Definitely, yes, I do. But, people at my school, I don't really know anyone. I know maybe one or two people in my whole school that really are definitely interested in space like I am. So I do think that younger people should get more interested in space for the future, because in the future it'll be much more developed. There'll be more jobs readily available. And I think if more people come into that sector, then that'll be a great thing.
Cool.
What year do you see humans finally colonizing Mars?
Maybe 2055, 2060. Definitely not properly colonizing it for the next 10, 20 years.
Yeah, I'd agree.
They're still developing the technologies, and I think they should work more on that before, sending more people there to colonize and get everything ready and done.
Yeah.
Next question is actually my personal question. If you have the power to teleport to different planets, what planet would you like to visit?
Probably the moon, because of the Earth rise on like the horizon.
Yeah.
Being able to see,
Beautiful.
to stand there and be able to see Earth just rise up. That would be brilliant.
Awesome.
Who is your idol?
My idol, she's not really to do with space, but it's probably Dolly Parton, the singer, because she's done so many successful things with her life, and I'd like to do successful things with my life as well.
Fantastic answer.
What do you think of the SpaceX plan to capture incoming launch systems mid-air as opposed to landing them?
I think it would be a great idea because when landing them, if you're going to want to launch it, then land it, then launch it again, without being able to inspect it or anything, that would be good catching it because the legs, they won't be. If it did have legs, then that landing, that could wear them out and something then could go wrong.
And what are your thoughts on the upcoming Rocket Lab neutron system?
I think it will be brilliant because they've mentioned that they'll be able to take crew to space. I think Rocket Lab being able to take crew to space, that's a very, very big step for them, and especially with Neutron being able to have those massive payloads, that will be a great opportunity for them.
Yeah.
Great. What milestones in spaceflight are you most looking forward in the near future?
Probably humans going back to the moon with Artemis. I think that would be great.
Oh yes.
To be able to being able to, just like with the Apollo program, but being able to watch that again, but people staying there, and yeah, it will be great just being able to see people just land there again.
Right.
Yeah. Fantastic.
It's been decades since the last moon landing, right? So Felix, other than doing space stuff, do you have any other hobbies?
I quite like computing. I've programmed a few things before. Nothing too complicated.
Wow.
My mum and my dad, they have an allotment, so I go gardening there quite a lot, and I think that's thing. I think I'd call that a hobby.
Okay, that's cool. And do you play Kerbal Space Program?
No, I don't. I've watched people play it, and if I did get it, I don't have a computer strong enough to be able to actually be able to play it. But if I ever had the chance, yes, I would definitely play it.
Right. Yeah, it's actually a cool game where you can get to build your own rocket and make it fly. So, what is your favorite TV show or movie?
To do with space or anything.
Anything. Could be anything.
My favourite TV show, I don't really have a favourite movie, but my favourite TV show is a space-related one. It's called Lost in Space. It's a Netflix film. And
I've watched it. Yeah, it is. Great choice.
For the last season.
Awesome. Do you have any pets?
I do, yes. I have 2 pets. So I have my cat. She's named Florence.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a tortoise. Her name is Tortilla.
So cute. All right. And what do your parents think about your channel? Do they encourage you to do content in YouTube?
Yes, they do. My mum, she's lent loads of things of her stuff to me to be able to record it and edit it and everything.
Wow, very supportive parents there. Great job. And do you have anything to say to the past and future you?
If I could say anything to my past self, I would say stop doing these interviews earlier. So yeah, I don't know why, but I'd a younger age, I'd have loved to be doing these interviews as well.
Okay.
And I don't really have anything to say to my future self.
Okay. So how do you feel about the new space race?
It's a brilliant thing, and it's a brilliant opportunity for everyone, and especially young people at this age who are interested in space. If this new space race wasn't actually happening, there wouldn't have been much things to be interested in space, and this space race could actually encourage younger people to go into the space industry.
Right. Now we have a question from Twitter. This question is from Robert Allen. He says, Felix, do you have plans for college?
I'd love to go to college to study engineering, like I said earlier, and then study engineering, go into engineering, and then hopefully become an astronaut.
Okay, great. And thank you for your question. Can you run me through the process of making an interview, from getting a date and then time to filming and recording? How does it work for you?
So first of all, I find people recommend interviews to me. I love getting recommendations from other people. And then I reach out to them. Once I get a reply, I sort up all the dates, and it's all recorded very, very simply. I just do it on my mum's laptop. I film it, and then I record the intro, the outro, and I just put it together. And then editing and putting it out takes about half an hour, not even that.
Wow.
It's quite a quick process.
Nice. Okay, another question from Twitter. The question is from Mensekamp Len. What are your space-related predictions for the next 100 years?
I think people will definitely move off Earth. I think there'll be less people on Earth and more people on different planets. And people exploring, people going all around everywhere. Exploring, finding new things. Yeah.
Right. And she actually has another question. What is your story? How did you get interested in space exploration and rockets?
Like I said earlier, it was seeing Falcon 9 launch that really inspired me. I started creating those small little information videos, and then I reached out to Jared Isaacman for an interview, and then from there I just carried on with the interviews. Now I'm really interested in space.
Awesome. And she actually has another follow-up question. What is your personal wish for the future in space-related sectors? And what would you like to do if you could?
What space sector would I like to go into?
Not necessarily SpaceX. It could be any other companies or space companies.
I'd quite like to go and work with SpaceX to become an engineer.
Oh, that's nice. And what was the most impressive space-related event in the last 10 years?
Last 10?
10 years.
Probably SpaceX launching the first crew dragon to the International Space Station.
Oh, okay, yeah. Great. That's awesome, Felix. So thank you so much for your time.
If anyone would have any recommendations for interviews for me to do, I'd love them to just DM me, drop me a DM, and I'll try and find to see if I can interview them.
How can they reach you out? Do you have an email address?
Yes, I do. I do have an email and a Twitter. My Twitter's @space_time3. And if they ever need to email me, it's w2019fgatfield@gmail.com.
What's your YouTube channel, Felix?
It's called Felix's Spacetime.
Great. All right, thank you so much. Aaron, do you have any last words?
Yeah, I apologise. There's some noise going on outside, so this is going to look terrible post-edit. So I apologise to anybody viewing. I just had some auditory issues to the side, so we let Edel conduct the rest of those questions. Thank you for joining us today, Felix. It's been an absolute pleasure. Remember to stick around here on our Discord and integrate with our Patreon community. 100% safe community. It's exclusively for supporters and guests like yourself.
Thank you.
So thank you once again for joining us today, and
I hope that we
can definitely connect again at some point down the road to do this again and have a catch up with you for Total Space.
It was lovely being here.
Thanks, Felix.
Take care. Thanks for viewing, everybody.
Okay. Thank you.